Hey guys, Game Boy Jake here, and welcome back to another video. And today, everybody, we are doing a top 5 today. Now, we're going to be doing something a little different from the previous ones I've done in the past with Call of Duty. Yes, this is another Call of Duty top 5. And it's going to be a little different. And this is going to be the top 5 underrated weapons in Call of Duty World War II. We're looking at the weapons that have been underused, overlooked at by a lot of others, and people don't use them. So let's get started, shall we? Number 5. The M1903. This sniper rifle here is considered, to me, as my most favorite. I really do like this one for much of the benefits it has. First of all, it does have the most one-shot kill areas out of all the snipers in the game, which is a benefit. And I know people like to use Car 98 thinking that might have it, which I've heard from some people for some reason. Even though I've got some of this information from other YouTubers against this list. And also it has the least amount of idle sway out of all the snipers, which is a benefit, so I don't have to use sharpshooter for it, which is a good thing. And also the hip fire on here is actually quite low, if you say so myself. Like you can actually kind of hip fire kill this weapon, not too long away, but I've run into instances where I was hip firing all of a sudden, and then I get the kill. I mean, once in a while, not like all the time, but I thought I'd throw that in here. And I know there's also some downsides to it too, is that the aim downsides with the scope is a little slower than the other rifles like the Lee Enfield and the Car 98K. And also the iron sight attachment here, as you can see in the gameplay video, is not as good as the others, but it's beneficial. And also the reason it's at number 5 is that I do see people use at least one other person, or maybe two, use it sometimes. Not all the time, like again like something like the Car 98K, but I do see people use it. But a lot of the other times in any other game, I do see people not use it at all. That's why it's at number 5. I'll catch you guys at number 4. Number 4, the MG15. This one's also considered to be my favorite LMG in the game, for many reasons also. Now, we all know that much of the LMG in here are 3 shots, and they all have like infinite 3-shot range, which is a good thing. But there's one little thing in here that benefits this from all the other LMGs, and it's that you can actually really hip fire really good with it. It's a tight hip fire spread with or without steady aim, which is fantastic. I mean, as you can see in the gameplay, I do get quite a lot of hip fire kills, though I do fail it many times, and other times I really do. And the hip fire on here makes it quite something to use for when using the MG15. Otherwise, though, it does have a pretty big magazine, going from 50 to 75 with extended mags, and the rate of fire is pretty good too, with a modest fire rate, kind of almost the same fire as the MG42, but maybe a little less. The sights are pretty nice, especially for the blade variant, because you got that egg-shaped. It's just a funny thing. But the iron sights on this weapon are really good. Really good, especially when you're laying down. You have everything all steady and such. Forgot the name, Jesus. But there are a lot of stuff good with this weapon. Now, the obvious downside to this is the reload time for this. I mean, Yes, it's an LMG. All LMGs do have slow reload times, and that's fine. At least it kind of balances it a little bit when you're having a disadvantage with the fight and you are just doing some good before then. That's fine. And then nothing too much. Kind of the same reason as number 5 is the reason it's number 4, because again, I kind of people do see use this, but a little less than the M1903, and that is number 4. I'll see you guys back at number 3. Number 3, the M1A1 carbine. The M1A1 carbine is not your typical semi-automatic. I mean, people use something like the M1 or the SVT, and maybe all the other DLC semi-automatic weapons like the Type 5 and the Automaton. This one, however, is barely used by anyone, which I'm surprised about since this weapon is really good. Like, the time to kill to it is what really makes it good. The fire rate and the 3-shot kill and the quite laser beam accuracy with this is very, very beneficial when getting to a fight. Also, this gameplay here, it's a decent hip-fire weapon, but I wouldn't recommend hip-firing with a semi-automatic weapon anyway, since that's a little absurd, but bear with me there. And I'm surprised no one uses this weapon, since this weapon is, again, really good. The time to kill, again, very good. And it's just good altogether. The reloads, it's like a perfect weapon. The reload speed is not too shabby, and it's pretty quick. And the iron sights are actually it's pretty good too. So there's a lot of good things about this weapon. My kind of only little nitpick here, and I don't know if you probably would consider this a nitpick. I mean, it's gotta be something about it. I can't put my finger on it, but there's a little thing about this weapon I'm not too ripe about, but for the most part, it's a really good weapon, and I'm still not sure why people don't use this. I mean, like I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, a good time to kill, fast fire rate, nice 3-shot range, the reload's quick, the iron sights are pretty good. Why can't you go for it? Maybe the other weapons are better, like the M1 with its 2-shot, but I mean, it does have a little recoil to that compared to this. And maybe something like the SVT, which is also 2-shot and a little bit of recoil. I don't know, maybe people like 2 shots instead of 3 shots, thinking, oh, it's just going to be not beneficial. But hey, that's number 3, and I'll see you guys at number 2. Number 2, the M30 Luftwaffe drilling. The M30 Luftwaffe drilling is the double-barrel shotgun of the game. Sure, there's a sawed-off, but yeah, it's not good. It isn't. It's half of everything about this weapon here. Now, I know much you might be thinking. The Luftwaffe? The Luftwaffe, that's a two-shotty. It's not good. You're not gonna get one-shot kills with this at all. Okay, maybe sometimes you can't, but when you do, there's quite some stuff about it. First of all, its range is a little, I'd say, a little broken to me. Since I've hit actual one shots, and I think you might see in one part of the gameplay part here. But the range can be a little weird sometimes, which can be good. It can be good, especially when you get the one shot. And it's just crazy to see this. And the rifle bullet for this weapon, which I know you might be thinking, the rifle bullet is actually not too bad either. It's kind of got the same one-shot areas as the Lee Enfield, I would say. And then with this and the incendiary shells, oh wow, you're going to be getting some impressive kills with this here, especially when using the incendiary shells. And I know it's kind of like a noob accessory. So what? It's fun to use. It's fun to see the flames hit somebody and kill them. Now I know it's commonly used with the shotgun, which will be mentioned on another list. Wink, wink, hint, hint. But I mean, with also this weapon, it's probably better with incendiary shells than the other shotguns, I would say. And I know the reload time is slow and all, but really, this is a actually surprisingly good weapon if you use it right. Use the right attachments, like advanced rifling, steady aim if you want to, and maybe any other attachments. But also the aim down sights with this weapon, and also you get some good stuff. I mean, this shotgun is made for aiming down sights, and the range on it is pretty good. Number 1, the M1928. Well, I know this is kind of unexpected, but hear me out here. Now, I know what you might be thinking. The Luftwaffe maybe should have been #1 spot. But out of all the games I've been in, I've never seen anyone use this. Now, it might be because of the recoil or shots to kill. I mean, that's fine, but again, like the M1A1 carbine, this gun does have a damn fast and damn good time to kill. It's really, I keep saying that word, beneficial to getting your kills. Now, as you see in this gameplay, I go berserk, even going as far as getting the carpet bombing in this, but I know it doesn't matter about that. What matters is the weapon, and the magazine size is appropriate for it, especially when you put in extended mags, because then you have the feel of the Tommy gun, and you'd feel like a mob boss. Yeah, this gun makes you look like a mob boss in World War II. How about that? And this gun is just also fun to use. I mean, you just bullet hose, B-pull, and just shred through them. It is fantastic. Yet I've always seen people use other SMGs, especially the WAF 28. A lot of people, I've seen people use that quite a lot, actually. I know also everyone uses the DLC weapons, but yeah, I've seen people use some odd SMGs, but not at all this one. So, yes, that is that for this top 5. You guys make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content, and stay tuned for the other top 5 lists coming about. And I'll see you guys next time. I'll let you enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Bye bye!